This is the Leitmotif and Movement Podcast, a father and son's journey into the vast worlds of music. I'm your host, Mike Ficklin, and joining me on this epic musical journey is my son,
Michael Ficklin.
This show is dedicated to the discussion of music and introducing Michael to music from the past and present. We discuss music mainly from the genres of rock, hard rock, and heavy metal. We also, from time to time, dive into film and video game scores, and we sprinkle in some surprises along the way. Michael, what have you been listening to this week?
I'm gonna start out with saying I listened to the single from the new Seven Dust record. It was amazing.
Enjoyed
I love
that, eh?
Yeah, I love the vocals, the guitar riffs, and drum work on that song. Also, I listened to the new Carnival record.
Yeah, hold on for just a second before we
Uh,
get in the Carnival record. I just wanted to mention that I felt like the new Seven Dust song, which is titled "Is This the Real You?" I thought that it felt like a return to the harder edged rock and roll. The last couple of Seven Dust albums I haven't been really thrilled with because I felt like it was heading in more of a poppy direction. But I did feel like "Is This the Real You?" had more of a harder edge. So I'm hoping that the rest of the album is going to sound that way.
mm-hmm.
Okay, now I know you want to talk about that Carnival record. What you got?
I really enjoyed my listen through on it.
And just to make mention, the name of the album is In Verses.
It was really good, worth the wait.
Yeah, worth the 13 years.
Now, 13 years is a little absurd. But I feel like everything on that record is amazing. Every song was amazing. Every riff, amazing. Just amazing.
Did you listen to it more than once, or just the one listen through?
I got through it once.
Yeah. I listened to it like 4 or 5 times, so that's how much I was enjoying it. After 13 long years, the 4th studio record from the Australian prog rockers has finally arrived. Was it worth the wait? I'd give it a resounding yes. From the anthemic opener Ghosts to the driving bass of Drone, this record is massive. I'm not sure how the song is pronounced, but I think it's Azora or Alzora. It's a standout for me.
Yeah, that song's amazing.
Yeah. Hard rocking with really cool atmospherics and a huge performance from Ian Kinney. Then you have Remote Self-Control, which feels like if Radiohead and Tool had a baby. It's poppy, but with a hard rock edge. They've even remastered 2021's All It Takes, and it sounds better than ever. The album closer, Salva, feels like a journey's end, invoking the same introspective spirit as Dredge's Down to the Cellar. This is easily a contender for Album of the Year. Get your headphones, crank it up, and let it take you on a ride. In Verses is my recommendation of the week.
Agreed.
What else you got, Michael?
I listened to the Used self-titled record. I enjoyed it. It's definitely an older release.
Any particular favorite songs?
Why can't I think of the song name? I need to look it up.
Are you thinking of The Taste of Ink?
Yes, and Buried Myself Alive.
Yep, that's a really good one too. And that was your first time having heard that record?
All the way through, yes.
Okay. Was The Taste of Ink the first song you ever heard on it?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Will you be going back to revisit it then? Did it make your big playlist?
At least The Taste of Ink and Buried Myself Alive did.
Okay.
Definitely.
Fair enough.
And that's about it,
Okay.
other than my usual stuff.
The big, massive playlist.
Yep. Of 1,127 songs.
Getting pretty big. Put that
I think
sucker on shuffle and you get plenty of variety, I'm sure.
Yeah. I get variety of everything.
Right on. For me, I checked out, on top of the new Carnival record, I checked out the new record from Halas titled Panorama. I have to take my hat off to Halas. This is such a fun listen. The Swedish adventure rock band incorporates a synth rock sound into this, their fourth record. The 20-minute album opener, Above the Continuum, is an epic masterpiece. It incorporates Gregorian chants, spoken word passages, strings, and horns to help tell its tale. It's a 7-part suite, very much in the same vein as Rush's 2112. Face of an Angel is a fun, galloping rocker. Bestias is a piano ballad that shows off singer Tommy Alexanderson's vocal range and power. Closer, At the Summit, is a pure 70s hard rocker. Panorama might be the band's finest offering to date. Also checked out the new record from the Hirsch Effect titled Der Brock. This is the German progressive metal outfit's 7th record. It features some really slick production. The sound of the record has a lot more melodic and ambient post-metal leanings. On first listen, I wasn't terribly impressed with the album's first 3 songs. On subsequent listens, they've gotten better, but for me, they're still not the highlights of this album. It's the final 5 songs that really make this album for me. Specifically, the songs Der Doppelganger, Die Luz, Die Bruch, and Die Heimkehr. They're all simply incredible. The album features a lot of varied soundscapes, textures, and emotions. Though I know very little German, I pick up on the emotions at play through the music and the tone of the vocals. I also read that the band went through a difficult time with the COVID pandemic, as did most bands. This experience directly had an influence on the writing of this record, and you can certainly feel it. I also checked out the new record from Puscifer titled Normal Isn't. This is the 5th studio record from the experimental alternative rock project from Maynard James Keenan of Tool and A Perfect Circle. For me, Puscifer tends to be hit or miss. I appreciate the creativity and work that goes into the music. It just sometimes doesn't resonate with me. For Normal Isn't, I find that this is my favorite Puscifer release by far. The entire album is more guitar-driven. It has a goth rock vibe to it, making me think of bands like The Cure. There are a lot of complex stuttering rhythms to be found as well. I really enjoy songs like the album opener Thrust, the title track Normal Isn't, A Public Stoning, and the quiet parts. Maynard has stated that this record reflects on the current state of society, which he does not find normal. As such, there's a very pointed socio-political message to this album. It's an intense but enjoyable listen. I hope that Puscifer continues to trend in this direction musically. It really works well here. The last thing I checked out was the new record from the Silver Sun Pickups titled Tenterhooks. This is the Los Angeles-based alternative rock band's 7th studio record. The production on this record is super slick and clear. I've always found the sound of this band to be unique, especially in terms of the vocals. That carries forward with this album as well. In fact, you could say that the band isn't really covering any new ground with this record. If you know that signature combination of dream pop and alt rock, then you know what you're in for here. Sometimes it works for them, sometimes it feels just a bit stagnant. Album opener New Wave starts out with a bit of a post-rock vibe before getting into more of an alt-rock sound. Some other standout songs for me include Au Revoir, Reservoir, Thorns and All, and Interrobang. It's not a bad album, but it's nothing we haven't heard from Silver Sun Pickups before. All right, Michael, anything else before we move on to our next segment?
Nope.
All right. So now we're going to move on to the Art of Discovery. This is our segment where we play a few songs from some bands that are either unsigned or just not getting the love that we feel they should. We've got a great selection of songs for you this time around. We're going to kick things off with a one-man hardcore band out of Indianapolis, Indiana. This is Funeral Language, featuring Jeff Halber, with their song Off Script.
We tried to tear the wall off of our bloodshot eyes, but now we want this to disguise our lost in the colors of a favorite lies. Pretend repeated. I'm crying wolf until you call me out. I never thought twice, but you got me thinking now. I was the sensation that I was so well. Tear up the ceiling. What kind of story you don't want me to tell? But it's bedtime and I'm in a rocking chair. Such a perfect scene for a disgusting tale. I'm gonna make you fucking sick. When I ran with the march of fame, like cancer rising. Let the limelight resist the spread. If you can't keep it dead, you're exhausted. With all of these actions, blue dies in your trusty after. But all you are divided and nothing bad. To the one that you be listening. Clap down your in the audience. This is a casting call. Televised event. Did I get you in a bad time, baby? You're tired now. Just wait till later. You better sit there and make a play. You're sounding loud. You're captivating. Now the actors are walking out. They're off script with a steady gait. While the middle class panics, the TV are into the pestilence. Hey, you know it's not so bad. There's a pretty good chance to bounce back. Maybe not quite as good as before, but who gives a fuck? Hey, we're doing it live. Are you motherfuckers ready for prime time? Sit up, you better look alright. Deliver the line and exit right. The show must go on. Will I couldn't smile? Let us summertime. The show must go on. It would be better if you died young.
And once again, that was Funeral Language, featuring Jeff Halber, with their song Off Script. That comes from their EP titled Cirque. You can purchase their music from their Bandcamp page, funerallanguage.bandcamp.com. Michael, what'd you think of that banger?
That was amazing.
Hard as hell, man.
Yep.
Great tune.
Yep.
You should check out the whole
Exactly.
EP, man. It's really good.
Okay.
All right. Our next song comes from an indie rock band out of Angers, France. This is Daria with their song A Smile, an Oasis.
What turns the story to life? A great day into the best of times. A burst, something that's love.
Once again, that was Daria with their song A Smile, an Oasis. That comes from their record titled Fall Not. You can purchase their music from their Bandcamp page, dariarock.bandcamp.com. Michael, another banger, dude. What'd you think?
That was amazing. Another amazing.
Right?
Holy moly.
2 in a row, man.
Yeah. We're on a streak.
You should really check out the whole record, dude. It's so good.
Okay.
I know I say this frequently, and I mean it every single time. These bands that we feature on this segment, I spend the time listening to their stuff and trying to narrow down what I like best to pick out a song. And yeah, dude, just so much good music.
Yes. Seems like it. You pick every good music.
Glad you enjoy. All right, for our last song, this is a band that describes themselves as a dark cinematic orchestrations laced with progressive death metal from Baltimore, Maryland. This is Darkest of Winter with their song 3.
Is that really you?
Chair pull close, he knows my face. His words are kind, yet out of place.
You turn despair into divine. I give to air to the organized. Take my gift, this borrowed page. Wear the crown and bear my giants. From this wicked blood will feed a devil's deal.
And once again, that was Darkest of Winter with their song 3. That comes from their record titled The Composer, Chapter 2. You can purchase their music from their Bandcamp page, darkestofwinter.bandcamp.com. Michael, we closed out with another banger, sir. What'd you think?
We did close out with another banger. That was amazing.
It's awesome to hear this song in the context of the entire album. I'm going to say it again. You should check out the whole thing. It's a great tune. Great album. All right. We would like to thank all of the bands that we featured on The Art of Discovery this time around. If you would like to be featured on the show, please feel free to reach out to us either via email at lightmovepod@gmail.com or reach out to us on one of our various social media accounts. We'd love to check out your music, and if we dig what you're doing, we'd love to play a song on the show. All right, now we're going to get into our main topic. We're going to break down Stone Temple Pilots' 1992 debut studio record, Core. Core was released by Atlantic Records on September 29th, 1992. It was produced by Brendan O'Brien. Core became a massive commercial success, reaching number 3 on the Billboard Top 200 by July 1993, and has since been certified 8 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. The album initially received poor reviews despite its commercial success. The band was criticized for allegedly copying the musical style of other alternative acts, particularly Pearl Jam. Retrospectively, Core has been acknowledged as a seminal release of the alternative rock and grunge movement of the early 1990s. Core helped propel Stone Temple Pilots into the mainstream and remains their most commercially successful record. I found this little tidbit interesting here. When the recording sessions for Core ended, the band named the album Core, which refers to the story of Adam and Eve in the Bible. This is further represented in the album cover, which depicts Eve stealing an apple from the Tree of Eden. By August, Core was scheduled to be released, and the album had reached the mastering stage when the band's lawyer received word that a blues musician had already claimed the name Mighty Joe Young, which was the original name of the band. Scott Weiland, the singer for the band, who was a fan of the STP motor oil stickers since his youth, gave the band some ideas. Dean DeLeo, the guitarist for the band, even suggested the name Stereo Temple Pirates, which eventually would change into the name Stone Temple Pilots. Core would be certified gold on April 20th, 1993, and certified platinum on June 9th, 1993. The album peaked at number 3 on the Billboard 200 on July 3rd, 1993. Taking a look at the personnel from the record, Stone Temple Pilots at the time was Scott Weiland on vocals, Robert DeLeo on bass, his brother Dean DeLeo on guitars, and Eric Kretz on drums. And with that said, Michael, we're going to go ahead and dig into our track-by-track analysis. We're going to kick things off with Dead and Bloated. What do you got on this one, Michael?
Opener. With that opening to the song. Love the riff. Awesome vocals. Awesome drum work. Just an amazing song. And it has 76 million plays.
Wow. Where does that rank on the album?
But it ranks 4th.
Man, that's quite a few listens. That's killer.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
I just really like the vocals on this song. It's a great album opener.
I love this song so much. It's such an incredible opener. The voice of Scott Weiland is the first thing we hear. He's singing through a megaphone at the beginning. There's a grit and power to his vocals. Then the heavy as hell music kicks in. That guitar riff from Dean DeLeo is hard, bluesy, and just sick. Eric Kretz's drums sound punchy as hell, especially that kick drum. Robert DeLeo's bass line is absolutely killer. We get a more melodic segment as the song gets into the chorus. Weiland's vocal melodies are so hooky and memorable. The cadence in which he delivers the lyrics, especially in the verses, is just perfection. Weiland has stated that this song isn't really about anything in particular. It is more a stream of consciousness. Dean DeLeo, while cautious of explaining Weiland's lyrics, did say that he believes the song was written about what the future may hold for the band. Just a outstanding song, man. And yes, I'm going to have to bleep that out. Michael, do you have anything else on Dead and Bloated?
Nope.
Okay, so we'll move on to track number 2. This is Sex Type Thing. Michael, what do you got on this one?
I like the guitar riff and drum work. That amazing opening. They did amazing on openings to these songs.
Yeah, dude.
Just amazing.
They get you
And
right
that
into
main
it, man.
chorus-
Get you right into the groove.
And that main chorus is amazing. And the vocals is amazing as ever.
Out of curiosity, where's this one rank on the album on Spotify?
Third.
How many listens?
At 120 million.
Wow. So this was the debut single from the album. It features a really hooky driving guitar riff from Dean DeLeo. Again, Kretz's drums sound so damn good on this song. There's a heavy, angsty, dark edge to this song. This really comes out in Weiland's vocals and lyrics. There is a dark, sinister feeling that exudes from him. I will say that, despite the dark lyrical content, the vocal hooks are catchy as hell. Between the music and the lyrics, the song feels suffocatingly bleak, but undeniably satisfying. This song was a target of controversy because of the lyrical content. There were those stating that Weiland was an advocate for rape. Weiland has stated that this song is really not about sex at all. It's about control, violence, and abuse of power. Michael, do you have anything else on Sex Type Thing?
Nope.
Okay. So we're going to move on to track number 3. This is Wicked Garden. Michael, what do you got on this?
I love the opening again. Just amazing openers.
Yes, sir.
Just amazing, 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 amazing. Just awesome. Amazing drum work, amazing guitar riff, and nice vocals. This song has 64 million plays, and it is 5th on the record.
Man, I would probably rank that a little bit higher personally. It wasn't a single, but it was definitely one of STP's biggest hits. It's not hard to understand why that is. There's a killer, hooky, driving rhythm to this song provided by Robert DeLeo's bass line and Kretz's drums. There's a danceable groove to this song. Dean DeLeo's main guitar riff is heavy, but has a ton of melody to it. Weiland shows off some fantastic vocal chops on this song, especially during the sub-chorus and chorus. I really love Weiland's lyrics on this one too. The lyrics, "I want to run through your wicked garden, heard that's the place to find you, 'cause I'm alive, so alive now, I know the darkness binds you." It makes me actually want to sing it.
Mm-hmm.
And how those lyrics are delivered, it's just eternally memorable for me. This is one of my favorite songs on the record. Weiland has stated that the song's lyrics are about lost innocence and longing for youth. Michael, do you have anything else on Wicked Garden?
I do not.
Okay. So we'll move on to track number 4. This is No Memory. Michael, what do you got on this?
This is a nice instrumental song. It has 6 million plays. Understandable.
Yeah, there's not really much to it. It's just
Yeah.
kind of serves as a segue between Wicked Garden and the next song, Sin.
I don't really have anything to say about it, so
Yeah, it's just an instrumental piece and the shortest song on the record. The guitar work from Dean DeLeo is beautiful and clean. Robert DeLeo's bass line helps paint a serene scene through sound. And that'll take us to the next track, Sin. Michael, what do you got on this?
I'm gonna start out with saying 9 million plays.
Okay.
That's how much plays this song has.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure if my math is correct.
The math is
This
mathing.
is it's either 7th or 8th on
Okay.
the record.
Not sure I agree, but okay.
I love the vocals and drum work, and I love the riff. It's just awesome. And a good opener to the song. Amazing.
Like the way the
I went
song
a little
opens up.
off track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really good about
Good
that.
vocals, of course. Yes.
Coming out of No Memory and straight into a heavy as hell Dean DeLeo guitar riff. Robert DeLeo's bass work is stellar. Once again, Kretz's drums sound thunderous. It's probably the darkest song on the record. Weiland's lyrics make use of religious symbology and references to addiction. The chorus is melodic and hooky as hell from both a musical and vocal standpoint. I love the guitar solo towards the end of the song. Very melodic. In fact, the closing couple of minutes are really melodic. Weiland has stated that this song is dealing with a one-sided relationship that bassist Robert DeLeo had been in. Michael, do you have anything else on Sin?
I do not.
Okay. So we'll move on to the next track. This is Naked Sunday. Michael, what do you got on this?
Love the opening and awesome vocals, awesome drum work, an awesome riff. This song has 6 million plays.
Do you agree with that?
It's a decent song. It just, when it gets into these single digit millions, it just looks out of proportion.
It does. And I think you and I tend to disagree with most of these listeners. I think Spotify's numbers are a bit deceiving because you have to keep in mind that, especially in today's day and age,
Spotify wasn't always around.
well, it's not just that, but it's also the fact that in today's day and age, a lot of people aren't full album listeners anymore. They're looking for the singles or the songs that they know, and that's what they're listening to. So they're not getting into the album cuts. You know, they're just looking for the singles.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes Spotify's numbers are a little skewed because of that. We're album listeners,
Yes.
you and I. So what else you got on this?
I just mainly like the riffs on this album. I feel like they're really driving, and also like it feels like they took a lot of time in writing those and making them stand out.
Yeah, the DeLeo brothers are just amazing, man. They have a knack for really good hard rock songwriting. Yeah, for me, Naked Sunday has a trippy opening to it. In fact, musically, it feels like it has a Led Zeppelin-esque vibe to it. Robert DeLeo and Kretz's drums really carry this song. There's a funk-driven rhythm to this song. Dean DeLeo's guitar riffs are hooky as hell. I enjoy Weiland's vocals on this song and the different effects that are used on them as well. It fits well into the trippy vibe of the song. Lyrically, Weiland has stated that this song is a criticism of organized religion. Michael, do you have anything else on Naked Sunday?
I do not.
Okay. So we'll move on to track number 7. This is Creep. Michael, what do you got on this?
For some reason, when I hear Creep, I think of the Radiohead song.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people think of. But this is a really good song, so...
Mm-hmm. This has 234 million plays.
I believe it. Does that rank it number 1?
No,
Okay.
it does not. It is their third most popular song.
Okay.
I really like this song. I love the slow, like how it's slow through most of the song, and then it picks up at the end. I really like that. Like I can't. I'm pretty sure it's a. I don't know what guitar it is, type of guitar it is.
It kind of
But I
sounds
really
like
like
it's an
that
acoustic
riff.
guitar.
Yeah, I really like that riff, and also love the drum work, and the vocals on this song just match the vibe perfectly.
Yeah, kind of solemn and morose.
Yeah.
This one is another favorite of mine from the record. It's a slow acoustic ballad through the verses, kind of flirts with the line between country and rock and roll. During the chorus, we get a heavier, distorted electric guitar sound. I love Weiland's vocal melodies on this song. They take a shy, almost vulnerable quality through the verses, then a more angsty quality during the chorus. The pre-chorus vocal melodies in particular are super hooky. Take time with a wounded hand, 'cause it likes to heal. Take time with a wounded hand, 'cause it likes to steal. Take time with a wounded hand, 'cause it likes to heal. I like to steal. I love those lyrics, and I love the vocal melody that goes with them. So good. Lyrically, Weiland has stated that this song is just the idea of being a young person somewhere, caught between still being a kid and becoming a young man. It's that youth apathy, that second-guessing yourself, not feeling like you fit in. Michael, does that vibe with what you thought the song was about?
No. Actually, no.
No? What do you think it was about?
I didn't really think I don't really go looking for like what the song's about.
Okay.
And normally
You're
I
just about
catch
feeling
on
the
through the
vibes.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't really tell based off the vibe.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So now we'll move on to track number 8. This is Piece of Pie. Michael, what do you got on this?
10 million plays.
That's fair. That's fair.
Don't really like it?
It's okay. What you got?
I love the riff and drum work and awesome vocals. I feel like there is some points of improvement on this song that could have been done, but what we got is pretty decent.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's definitely not my favorite song on the record.
I don't say it deserves the 10 million. I say at least 20 million, but
Okay. That's fair. This song has a really gritty, dirty feel to it. That main guitar riff from Dean DeLeo in combination with Robert DeLeo's bass line just gives this song a really heavy feel. Weiland's vocal performance on this one is really good. He gets to show off some of his range. Dean DeLeo gets a pretty tasty little guitar solo in this. While it isn't my favorite song on the record, it still has a killer groove to it. Lyrically, while I couldn't find anything from Scott Weiland himself, I believe this song is about struggling with conventional norms. Michael, do you have anything else on Piece of Pie?
I do not.
Okay, Out of curiosity, have we encountered your favorite song on the record yet?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Okay.
I like too many songs on this record.
Okay. That's fair. Well, let's move on then. We'll move on to track number 9. This is Plush. Michael, what do you got on this?
This is the number 1 song at 412 million plays.
I should have known. That tracks. That tracks.
And this is their number 1 song on Spotify.
I believe it.
My opinion? I like the opening riff. It's amazing, and the vocals are amazing, and the drum work, just love it. I understand why a lot of people like it. It's very understandable. I do say it is one of my favorite songs on the record, though.
Those guitar riffs are just hooky as hell, man.
Yeah.
This is perhaps one of the most recognizable guitar riffs ever written in music history. Dean DeLeo's hooky as hell guitar riff is just pure magic. Kretz's drums are stellar here as well. Robert DeLeo delivers an outstanding bass line on this. Once again, Weiland is absolutely on point with his vocal melodies. Even if you don't know the words, it's so easy to just hum along with the melody. Lyrically, Weiland has stated that this song was inspired by the tragic true story of a girl who was kidnapped and later found murdered in the early 90s. The song is a metaphor for a lost, obsessive relationship with the real-life story as the catalyst. It's a chilling, haunting, and emotional tale that continues to resonate with listeners. Outstanding song. Just outstanding.
Agree.
When I see the name of the song, I immediately can hear the guitar riff, man. It's one of those things that just lives rent-free in my head. It has ever since the first time I heard it. Hooks for days. Michael, do you have anything else on Plush?
Not.
Okay. So now we'll move on to track number 10. This is Wet My Bed. Michael, what do you got on this?
It's an intermission. It's okay. The name's funny, but other than that, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm assuming Spotify
there.
doesn't think much of it either.
I'm pretty sure it's the lowest. Yeah, it's at 4 million plays.
Yeah. Makes sense. It's another short song. My understanding is that it was born from an improv session between Scott Weiland and Robert DeLeo. Musically, it's kind of trippy. Weiland delivers the lyrics in a spoken word format that feels like they're being delivered by a junkie. Lyrically, it's all over the place, but I think that's the point. It's meant to convey feelings of confusion, frustration, abandonment, and uncertainty. It's okay. I could do without it personally.
It's really okay.
Yeah. It just doesn't do anything for me.
Nope. Me either.
Okay.
It's there.
Yeah, pretty much. Have
Have
we identified our inside then?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's move on to track number 11. This is Cracker Man. Michael, what do you got on this?
Another insane name. I love the riff. It's another amazing, catchy riff. Stop it with the amazing, catchy riffs.
Are you shaking your fist at it?
Old man yells at clouds. Love the opening. Amazing drum work. Amazing vocals. Awesome song. 30 million plays. I think it's deserved.
Yeah, this is a hard rocker, and it wastes no time getting into the thick of things. Dean DeLeo's guitar riff kicks ass. Kretz's drums are really punchy and energetic. There's a killer driving bass line from Robert DeLeo. I love Weiland's vocal delivery on this song as well. His vocal melodies, specifically on the chorus, are hooky as hell. Dean DeLeo gets in an outstanding solo around the halfway point. Lyrically, this is a pretty dark song. A cracker man is a drug dealer. Weiland is singing about seeking out this drug dealer and killing him.
Oh.
Right? The lyrics also seem to deal with the paranoia that can come with the use of certain drugs. Pretty dark.
That got dark fast.
Right? Got really bleak.
Uh.
All right, Michael, do you got anything else on Cracker Man?
Interesting name. Interesting background. Don't do drugs, kids.
Right? That's the PSA. Okay. So let's move on to the final track on the record. This is track number 12, Where the River Goes. Michael, what do you got on this?
I'm gonna have to disagree with Spotify on their plays on it.
Okay.
It's at 7 million. It
Oh,
should
dude,
be way
no.
higher.
It's not that bad. No, dude. No, hell no. I definitely disagree with that assessment.
It's No Memory gets close to beating Where the River Goes.
Nah, man. Nope.
It's only like a couple 100,000 away.
I think what probably deters listeners, at least casual listeners, away from the song is its length. It's 8.5 minutes.
What? I mean,
But
that's not bad.
But to me, this song is much more deserving of the listens. There is no reason why No Memory should be anywhere close to this.
If that deters them, then there's a lot of long songs that I can just name off right now.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to
them.
hear about 8.5 minute songs being too long. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Let me introduce you to a few songs from Haken.
Or Opeth.
Or Opeth, yeah. I just happen to have one particular song in mind for Haken that runs close to 30 minutes, so...
Or Buckethead.
Buckethead, yeah.
Those get long.
Yeah.
You can't lie to me. Those get
Some
long.
of them do.
Like, I swear, I've seen one that's over an hour long.
Yeah. I get you. What do you got on Where the River Goes?
It's amazing. An amazing closer, unlike Inside from 5150. Love the drum work. Love the guitar riff. It's just amazing. Amazing vocals.
Did you mention they were
It's
amazing?
just, yeah. Awesome. It ends out the record nicely. Best way to put it.
Yeah. The album closer has the special designation of being the longest song, not only on this album, but in all of STP's discography. I get big Led Zeppelin vibes in this song. Take a listen to the song When the Levee Breaks and compare it to this. It's a slow, bluesy rocker. There's a killer Robert DeLeo bass line on this song. Weiland's vocals are more of a bluesy crooning through the verses. he does get a bit more melodic for the chorus. The band reportedly came up with this song the first time they jammed with guitarist Dean DeLeo. The lyrics themselves are about going where life takes you. Weiland has stated that he specifically wrote the lyrics, "I want to be big as a mountain, I want to fly high as the sun," about Dean DeLeo and the way he took the band to a new level upon joining. Michael, do you have anything else on Where the River Goes?
To those Spotify listeners, listen to it.
Right?
We need more listens.
You know, I wonder if the river goes to Sesame Street. I mean, they're always asking, how do we get to Sesame Street? I wonder if that's where the river goes. Sesame Street.
Uh.
I couldn't resist. Sorry. Okay. So that's going to take us to our final thoughts and our overall album ratings. Michael, go ahead and give us your final thoughts and your rating out of 5.
Amazing album. Amazing, coming out as a band.
Right? It's an amazing debut.
Yeah. Just amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm going to give it a 4.9. The reason why it loses a 10th is because of those intermission songs. I'm not the biggest fan of
Fair enough.
intermission songs.
That's fair. Good score. Glad you enjoyed the record, actually. Did it make your big playlist?
A few songs.
A few?
I
Okay.
I could put on it.
Okay, that's fair. I had so much fun revisiting this record. It made me remember why it's one of my all-time favorites. There's so many damn good songs here. And it's not just the singles. Tracks like Wicked Garden and Sin are absolutely killer. I know the band was initially derided as being a, quote, grunge ripoff, but with the benefit of hindsight and hearing everything that's followed, that assessment was clearly wrong. STP has always been a hard rock band at heart, with deep roots in that classic Led Zeppelin influence. While Scott Weiland hadn't reached his full range yet, his soulful baritone on this record is incredible. He balances that raw angst with a melodic side perfectly. Dean DeLeo's guitar work is fantastic, and Robert DeLeo's bass lines really carry the rhythm and the feel. But I have to give a special shout out to Eric Kretz on the drums. The punch and power of his sound is thunderous. And fun fact, he used a legendary 30-pound snare drum nicknamed the Terminator on several tracks to get that explosion. It's hard to believe this album was released 34 years ago. It holds up so well that if it were released today, I believe it would still be a massive success.
34 years?
Yes, sir.
Holy moly.
I'm giving this a 4.75 out of 5, deducting some points for a couple of the weaker songs, including Wet My Bed, so... But it's still just an absolutely killer record.
Oh my.
And that'll take us to our question for the audience. What is your favorite track on Core, and why? All right, and we're going to get into our next segment. This is Can't Wait, new music coming soon. Michael, I know Carnival just came out and is making you a happy kid. What else is on your list of stuff that's coming soon you want to hear?
Well, I still have to wait a whole entire month for it, but the new Seven Dust record.
Yep.
After hearing that single, made me want to listen to that record so bad, but I have to wait a whole entire month.
Hey, man, you waited well, I don't remember when you got introduced to Carnival, but you had to wait like a whole ass 3 years for that, so...
Yeah. Actually, I think I got introduced to him like 4 years ago. Also, I did see something on your list
Yep.
for recently announced.
Yep. We'll get to it here in just a
That
second.
caught my eye.
Yep. I figured. So for me, on February 13th, Story of the Year releases their new record, Arson. And on February 20th, Solosis releases their new record, The New Flesh. And then recently announced, on March 6th, Era drops their new record, Silence Outlives the Earth. On March 27th, Therapy releases their 20th anniversary edition of One Cure Fits All. On April 3rd, Green Carnation releases A Dark Poem Part 2, Sanguis. On April 8th, Japanese prog metalers Deer in Grey release their new record, Mortal Downer. On April 18th, we are finally getting that long spoken of record from members of Slipknot titled Look Outside Your Window. It's going to be limited to 2,300 copies, releasing on Record Store Day, and it's described as being Radiohead-esque. So it's definitely not Slipknot, but it features members of Slipknot. So I'm looking forward to hearing this. I hope I get a chance to check it out. And then, still to be determined, Evergrey has a new album on the way this year. And I figured that would pique your interest, Michael. Yeah.
Yeah. I have that their most recent album on my playlist, big playlist.
Yeah, I knew you really liked that one. Have you listened to any of their other stuff?
I have not gotten a chance to.
Dude, similar to Carnival, you really should dig into that back catalog. Michael, you got anything else from this before we move on?
No.
Okay. So now we'll get into our final segment. This is Michael's journey discovering a song from the past. This time around, we're going to get Michael's thoughts on Buffalo Springfield's For What It's Worth. This song was written by Stephen Stills and first recorded by Buffalo Springfield on December 5th, 1966. It was released as a single on Atco Records in December 1966. It peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart in the spring of 1967. The song is often associated with the Vietnam War because students, flower children, and other young people often clashed with police at anti-war protests and other demonstrations during the counterculture era. In 2004, Rolling Stone magazine ranked the song at number 63 on its list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. Big praise. Although For What It's Worth is often considered an anti-war song, Stephen Stills was inspired to write the song because of the Sunset Strip curfew riots in Los Angeles in November 1966. It was a series of early counterculture era clashes that took place between police and young people on the Sunset Strip in Hollywood, California. The same year, Buffalo Springfield had become the house band at the Whiskey A Go-Go. Local residents and businesses had become annoyed by how crowds of young people going to clubs and music venues along the strip had caused late-night traffic congestion. In response, they lobbied Los Angeles County to pass local ordinances stopping loitering and enforced a strict curfew on the strip after 10 p.m. The young music fans, however, felt the new laws infringed upon their civil rights. On Saturday, November 12th, 1966, flyers were distributed on the Sunset Strip inviting people to join demonstrations later that day. Several of Los Angeles' rock radio stations also announced a rally outside the Pandora Box Club on the corner of Sunset Boulevard and Crescent Heights. That evening, as many as 1,000 young demonstrators, including future celebrities such as Jack Nicholson and Peter Fonda, who was handcuffed by the police, gathered to protest against the curfew's enforcement. Although the rallies began peacefully, trouble eventually broke out. The unrest continued the next night and periodically throughout the rest of November and December, forcing some clubs to shut down within weeks. It was against the background of these civil disturbances that Stills recorded For What It's Worth on December 5th, 1966. On December 10th, 1966, 5 days after the song was recorded, local top 40 radio station KHJ began playing the single. It first appeared on the station's Boss 30 chart on December 28th, 1966 at number 26, and was followed by rival KRLA on January 14th, 1967, where the single entered its top 40 requests at number 8. Also, on January 14th, Billboard magazine identified it as a regional breakout, and the single appeared on its Bubbling Under the Hot 100 chart. 2 weeks later, it debuted at number 90 on the Billboard Hot 100, where it peaked at number 7 on March 25th and remained on the chart for a total of 15 weeks. It has been certified gold in Denmark, certified 2 times platinum in New Zealand, gold in Italy, gold in Spain, and platinum in the United Kingdom. Personnel featured on this song is Stephen Stills on lead vocals and lead guitar, Neil Young on lead guitar, Richie Furay on rhythm guitar and backing vocals, Bruce Palmer on bass guitar, and Dewey Martin on drums and backing vocals. And with that bit of background out of the way, Michael, let's get your thoughts on this song.
I really, really like the beat and the vocals and the main chorus. If you do not know this main chorus, uncultured swine. I'm actually surprised if you do not know this main chorus at all.
I'd be surprised if you didn't know the main melody to the song, period. It's really instantly recognizable.
I don't. Yeah. If you don't, uncultured swine. That's it.
Did you like this
Amazing,
song,
though.
Michael?
Yes. Yes. Of course.
I picked this one out because of its historical relevance. I really thought you would enjoy it for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this song has one of the most iconic guitar riffs of all time, in my opinion. When you hear that solitary ping or harmonic ring out, you instantly know what this song is. That ping is kind of like an alarm bell, bringing attention to the matters at hand. The vocal harmonies on the song are so strong. The lyrics are so poignant and powerful, and the vocal melodies make them memorable. It's hard not to sing along with the song when I hear it. Stephen Stills has an easygoing feel to his vocal delivery, but the lyrics are so pointed that the power and meaning behind them aren't lost. I think this song might be just as relevant today as it was when it was originally released back in 1966. It's a hallmark of the 60s folk rock movement and an absolute classic. Michael, let's get your rating out of 5 on this.
I believe it deserves a 5 out of 5 just because of how good it is.
Yeah. And it still resonates today.
Yeah. It's
such
amazing.
Yeah, it's such a good song.
Yes. And if you haven't heard it or you don't recognize the name, you should go and listen to it.
Check it out for sure. You're not going to regret it.
Exactly.
All right, Michael. Up next on your journey, we're going to revisit some Stevie Wonder. We're going to check out his song,
Ooh.
Uptight, Everything's All Right. And for our
I'm
next
excited for some
episode,
Stevie.
it's time to decide, Michael, do you want to pivot here? Because I know we both really enjoyed the new Carnival record. I do have something picked out already, but if you want to pivot, we can pivot. What would you like to do?
I think we pivot.
Okay, so for our next episode, we're going to discuss the brand new record from Carnival in Verses. We'll give our customary in-depth analysis on the record, and we'll push the one that I had originally planned off to the next episode then.
Yep.
All right. With that said, we do want to hear from you. We will read your emails and messages on the show. We have only one request. Keep them clean. There are several ways to contact us. You can email us at lightmovepod@gmail.com. You can also reach us on several social media platforms such as Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads. Details on how to connect with us are in the show notes. We are part of the SPDM Crew Podcast Network. Check out all of the podcasts on the network by visiting spdmcrew.com.
If you like the show, subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting platform and share with your friends and family. We're available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and a variety of other platforms. We're also on YouTube. Can't find us on your chosen platform? Shoot us a message and let us know. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This helps us be found in the algorithm. Make them good and we'll read them on the air. Are you in a band? And you'd like for us to check you out and possibly drop a recommendation on the show? Shoot us a message. We'd love to check you out and give you a shout. We'd like to thank you very much for listening to the Leitmotif and Movement podcast.
Take care and enjoy music.